I haven't done the reflections of my life for a long time, partly because I have nothing in my life that worth mentioning. Really, even if it's a small talk, it's just basically summed up as when I just like spends my life drawing manga, writing and shit, my own anime, and try to write Call of Night until for a month until it's finished, and haven't been active in the channels and not making reflections of my life as a premise to make it 7 day weeks. But now it's not that anymore. I try to bring it back then. Um, about the fact that no one's talking about anything that is about since reflections of my life is there's nothing talking about in my life. I just go to the therapy several times and writing and this kind of thing that I said before. And so in my life I've never seen any YouTube videos, anything that talking about the creative things, making you be more creative and stuff. Since that the case, I was just talking about my weeb delusion, my weeb imaginations about the certain things that happen in the anime, that happen when I watch the anime or any creative cheese in general. So, um, if I were to fix the renai flaps, what would I fix in renai flaps to make it works? That's actually exciting thing for me to talk about because this would just be a quick thoughts. Um, First things first. In renai flops, there's this arc, right? Corridor arc from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 or 6 corridor I don't remember, but most of them will go on to arc, and one episode per person. Maybe there's backstory, maybe there's when the story is slowly progressing, and story is slowly progressing with rush leave progress in the rush questions with this character. How would I fix if it were me? Because suddenly Rena Flops isn't that interesting at all. It just like doesn't care about executions of the anime at all. I will make it be like Grisaya. What I mean by making it feels like Grisaya is the fact that I will make it like first thing first. I will make Carter introductions of the Carter by means of their fetishes, by means of their what they're lacking, what they're in their life or anything, and and slowly maybe like Machina slow delve deeper into them. First needs to for them to have some kinds of relationship with each other, have something for, and slowly have each of the character talking to each other, have the interactions. Like maybe the Mongfa sensei, she seems like perfect, completely made in like Grisaya type. She would act like she was being nice. She would act like she was completely perfect teachers, but the perfections of her being the things that destroy herself. She's being like Kuchida. She's being helping everyone out. She's being she's being nice to everyone, do as everyone else. But inside her, she has another character that has some kinds of the another character being assassins, being something that she that is not what she is outside, and she hide inside. We see the slips of her emotions when she as he talk about her the first times. And then there is these the in the middle ground, in the middle of the screens, there is this, it is the first arc, right? This girl who doesn't have Pansy in the first place, turns out that in her life she has no sense. She got abused. She has no senses of shame because no one teaches her. She lived alone for the whole life. She has this Pansy. She doesn't have the Pansy because she she don't know how to act like a normal human being. She needs to slowly learn to get be into the more human, be more human, be more with Asahi. Sometimes she would act like in with friends would look at her like maybe the twin tail Amelia look at her in some senses of like uh kind of criticize like Eriri and Utahai inside kind of look at her in some senses of like doesn't care about her at all, but deeply she just criticized her. But in front she just act like she didn't care about her, but when she talks she tries to criticize her point about she, why are you doing this and why are you showing yourself up, why are you not wearing the bra, why are you making the random stranger nearing the being near the random man stranger is it because you are lonely? And Emilia and these two are friends, and Emilia trying to from afar trying to not trying to help her, but it is not the case. She cannot do it until Asahi came. Then Asahi came and he trying to help Emilia in terms of like trying to help this Megane girls in terms of like trying to make her, because she is the first arc, right? She's the first one that Asahi came to be interested about and helping her. And so as she came to be more, Asahi trying to help her tell her was right was wrong and trying to make her into more human. And but that's later on the story, but like in the first place Asahi just trying to figure out what she have, why is she being this way, and shows the interactions like maybe going to the, but it needed to have the technology, right? Technology of like Renan Flops is the futurist technology, which maybe they're trying to go to the science exhibitions and trying to find a way to cure her or anything else, or she or the both the people around her. uh let me start now. So in the schools, right? Maybe in the schools, like maybe they are going into the schools, going into the school in the places where in the cooking class this Megan Ego is good at cooking, so she doesn't want to be extraordinary, be special as the others people is being normal people. So she would try to make the food to be normal, but Asahi's teachers told her that it doesn't have to be that way. You just have to be yourself and some or something. And she starts to understand herself and the others and many interactions in the anime first before going into full-fledged drama, before going into um, like Grisaya, before this have to be something before going into the drama, or else the story would be kind of pale. The story would be just like rushed, very rushing. I don't mind if the anime doesn't finish all of the person of the arc, but I would want it to see it slowly build up, because that way, even if it's not finished the story, you still have more chance to be has more chance for the anime to be good anime, and people will press it, and you will have get more money to make seasons 2. um I hope that makes sense, but I just try to being creative, talking about creative shit. It's just freaking exhausting. Maybe I'm not doing this again.